Good morning, my beautiful gratitude babes. Welcome to another episode of Come Sit in Gratitude with me, a daily practice where we slow everything down, practice the deepest kind of gratitude, and gently and rapidly shift into more clarity, into alignment, into abundance, into peace. And the magic here, again, it's not just that we sit down and we list things we're grateful for, but it's the kind of gratitude practice we do. I use the method I call the Gratitude is Yummy method, and this journal is what anchors that practice for me. The method has completely and utterly changed my entire life, changed my vibration. It has shifted my consciousness, opened me up to so much love and abundance and wealth, more than I ever imagined in this lifetime. So if you are ready, let's sit down together and do our practice. Okay, as always, we start with listing 3 things we're grateful for, but we don't just make a list. We also include a short reason why we're grateful for it, and you have to include the why to make this practice work. You have to include the why because the why is what actually shifts your frequency. The why is what actually activates the vibration of gratitude, the frequency of gratitude, the feeling of gratitude. So let's do our 3 gratitudes. All right, so my gratitudes for today are incredibly, they're very simple, and I'll tell you why. I woke up this morning, and the reason I actually just decided to jump into the practice is because I woke up feeling so amazing on the inside, from the head, from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. I can't even talk about it because because being present with it, you just have to sit with it and feel it, right? Rather than just speak it. It's so hard when you're in the midst of it, in the midst of the feeling, to actually put it into words because you're just so present. Oh my God, I closed my eyes as I was saying that, and I opened my eyes and I just had like the biggest light flood into my entire existence. It felt like, oh gosh, it keeps happening. Anyway, this is what I mean. Like, this practice is literally changing my DNA. It is shifting me on the inside. It is changing how I feel about things. It's not changing the world. It's not changing the external world. It's changing how I feel about life, how I feel about everything that's going on, how I feel about what's going on in my life, which is not perfect. But when I take the time every single day to find all the beautiful things that do exist, because we miss it all the time. When I take the time to find the beautiful things that do exist, it makes life so much more peaceful, so much more yummy, so much more beautiful, so much more joyful. Even in the mist, even in a swirl of chaos, you can still find peace. You can still find the organization, the order, right? And I woke up this morning feeling so freaking good about life. So good just for having life, just for waking up. And so my gratitudes are very much about the simple things. Today, I am so grateful to wake up, to breathe, to be alive, because this life feels full and so meaningful. And as I woke up and I went downstairs into my kitchen and I made my lemon water and I walked back, as I was sitting there waiting for the kettle to finish, I was like, it just hit me like, God damn it, Jules, you have such a beautiful life. Oh, I can actually cry right now. You have such a gorgeous life, and it's nothing grand, it's nothing spectacular, but it's just so beautiful. It's beautiful, it's beautiful. Why? Because I spend every single day looking at the beauty, and therefore it just becomes who I am. It becomes who I am. Do I actually need to sit down and do this practice? Probably not, because everything has shifted. I have shifted, I have changed. But I love doing it because I'm shifting more and more and more and more. And I want nothing more than to continue shifting, to continue vibrating higher, to continue becoming this amazing being who is not just tied to all the bad things that's happening in life, who doesn't just live from the negative space. It doesn't just live from all the contraction and the excavation that needs to happen, that has to happen, all the clearing that doesn't feel good. My other gratitude is I am grateful to wake up in my beautiful home because it makes me feel so safe, supported, and at peace. And that's another thing that came to me, that hit me as I was waiting for my lemon water to brew. And the third one was I am so grateful for my emotional awareness, maturity, and intelligence because it allows me to move through life with clarity and compassion. And again, this is something that also hit me as I was standing there because I was like, oh my God, Jules, if you didn't have this beautiful awareness, this level of consciousness, you wouldn't even be doing this practice. You wouldn't be feeling this. And it all encompasses everything that I've, been practicing. Like this is the result of this beautiful, amazing practice. And I couldn't be more grateful just for this practice. If I had another gratitude line, I would express my gratitude for this practice because it truly, truly, truly has changed my life. It has changed my life more so on the inside. And that's really all that matters because we can't change things on the outside if we're not good on the inside. If we don't shift on the inside first, the outside is not going to change. And even if it does, it's not going to last. We're not going to be able to sustain it, to maintain it, to keep it, and so to hold it. And so, in order to be able to hold the big, beautiful life you're scripting, the big, beautiful life you want to bring into your material life, the big, beautiful life you're manifesting, you have to kind of expand your container to receive, to hold it, to be able to accept it, to see it for what it is. If you can't appreciate the little things in your life, what makes you think you deserve the big things, right? And that may sound a little harsh and negative, but I just want you guys to understand that it all starts from the inside. And that's what this beautiful practice does for you. It shifts you from the inside, and it actually starts to shift immediately. And if you continue this practice every single day, your shift is going to become monumental. It's incredible. That's why I call it the Gratitude is Yummy journal, because the feeling, the shift that happens, the frequency you get on, there's no other word but yummy for it. All right, I've rambled enough. Let's get into our manifestation script because right after you shift into the frequency of gratitude, you use that frequency and then you use that to script your dream life into existence. This is what propels scripting for manifestation. This is what drives this method into shifting your outside world. Whether you script something or not, your outside world is exceptionally going to change when you shift on the inside. However, you can actually use this energy, this frequency, this shift to create exactly the life you want. And that's what we're going to do now with our manifestation script. sealing with 3 thank yous. I love you. And then moving on to our to feel activation for the day. I am wealthy. I feel rich in every part of my life. I get paid millions to be and live in gratitude because my gratitude is yummy journal is changing lives. And for today, I have to head to the office. I have happy hour tonight. And I'm just going to remember to breathe and say my affirmation throughout the day. Professionally, I have to edit and schedule. I don't have any appointments. I did breath work, meditation, now my journal, and we're going to end the practice here because I have to get ready and head to the office. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy you're here. I love having you here. I love sharing this practice. It's changing my life just to share it. Actually, I'm going to challenge you to share yours as well. I know it's big, it's personal, but I promise you there's something so healing and so elevating and so confirming about doing this practice out loud that you're going to feel the shifts even greater and even faster. I promise you. All right, so that is it for today. I am so happy you stopped by. I am grateful for you, and I will see you in the tomorrow. Ciao.